Have you heard the phrase, acres of gold? Acres of gold in Apapa, the new Lagos. Some time ago, I did a video on acres of gold in Apapa, and I asked a question. Imagine if you have properties, acres in Apapa, I mean, not the new Lagos now, Apapa itself, Lagos, Nigeria. Imagine the rate at your income, what you'll be getting monthly, daily. I mean, just imagine it for a minute. And if you begin to imagine it, the more you think deeply about it, you begin to see reasons why you should be a part of this new Apapa coming up right here in Ibeju-Lekki, Lagos, Nigeria. Welcome to Penfield Estate, located in Ibeju-Lekki, less than 3 minutes drive from the Dangote Lekki Free Trade Zone express road, and few minutes from the Dangote Refinery, the Deep Sea Port. I mean, you will begin to see while I said you need to begin to think deeply about becoming part of this new Apapa acres of gold. Okay, so Penfield Estate, we're currently selling right here residential plot and commercial plots. Okay, so but for my notion about the residential, I think that eventually everything is going to become commercial. But if you're looking either ways, either you go for the commercial plot or the residential plot, but make sure you have something here. That brings me to the story of Ufon Eko's dad. Most times I try to, refer us back to her father's testimony, how he bought plots of land in hectares around the Ijebu area. That's where we have a lot of tank farm. If you're familiar with the Oluti, Alakija area, that's the area, the first area, that's the area that's called the Ijebu area. If you notice very well, you see that there's a lot of tank farm in those areas. And when did her father buy those lands? It didn't seem like it. There wasn't even, it wasn't even the pipeline that those places were going to be, people were going to have tank farms around those areas. But eventually, that place, when the father bought, he bought a meager sum and he sold. In fact, she told us that at the time he sold, they sold just a few plots or thereabout for over $1 million. And she said she could decide not to work again. I mean, imagine if her father never took that, that step. He never took that decision. He didn't buy. And in fact, the fact that there was nothing like what we have around here. Remember, we have the Dangote Refinery around here. We have the Lekki Deep Sea Port. In my last video, I talked about a number of things that, we could do when you buy a plot of land right here. I mentioned bonded terminals, I mentioned truck parks, I mentioned bus terminals, I mentioned warehouses, I mentioned tank farms. Those are some of the things, there are a whole lot that you could do around this area. Remember that the Dangote Refinery is not just going to be servicing Nigeria alone. It's going to be servicing Africa and the world at large. Remember, it is the largest single train refinery in the world. So you can imagine having a property around this mega project. It is a project that the Nigerian government, every time they make reference, by the time the Dangote Refinery is ready, by the time the Dangote Refinery is ready, that tells you that the Dangote Refinery is a is a powerful economic tool in the hand of the government. And so as individuals, as smart investors, it gives you a sense of, it's like an expo. Let me say that word is an expo that, if the Nigerian government talks so much, they rely so much, they depend so much on the coming in, on the operation, of the Dangote Refinery. That means you as an individual, you need to position yourself around this area. Remember, we don't just have the Dangote Refinery here. We have the Lekki Deep Sea Port. I showed us a video of when I went to around Festac area, how I saw, warehousing, bonded terminals where we had a lot of containers. You know, Apapa is still ahead, and that was around Festac area. You see that in Festac, around the Festac extension, you see a lot of bonded terminals where people, you know, they have license to keep containers. When goods come in, you see there's a whole lot around the Festac extension area, and those people are making money daily. You know, some investors sleep while others are working. So what did they do? What have they done? People who have invested in areas like that, you know, some people might not even have because, you know, having a bonded terminal, you don't need anything. You don't need to put a structure. You just need an open space. That is what you need. You just need an open space. You need the crane that will be, you know, floating the container. You can even lease it out to people like this. You can lease it out to people who will need, you know, there will be a lot of trucks. This place is going to be very busy. As you can see from the video, you can see that the expansion of the road has begun. See the changes. The road has been expanded. In fact, they've completed, you know, several from the refinery, from the free trade zone down after the second gate of the entrance of the Dangote fertilizer, getting to Dangote Port. You see that the very solid construction that is ongoing, they are still working. You can see men are already on site working. You don't have to wait. Like I mentioned, from Echo's dad, there was no slight of, there was not even a refinery close. There's no refinery close to Ijegun where we have a lot of tank farms. There is no refinery there. So now we have the refinery, the Dangote Refinery. We have the Lekki Deep Sea Port, and the Lekki Deep Sea Port is the largest in Africa. So you could see that a whole lot of goods will be coming into this corridor. Remember that the Ibeju-Lekki is close to Ekpe. Ekpe, that's a transit town. So the government is already constructing a road that connects the Lekki-Ekpe Expressway from Ibeju-Lekki here, and so people could take goods and go out of the state. So here is an opportunity for you to be a part of this amazing project, Penfield Estate, located in Ibeju-Lekki, just less than it's not even up to 3 minutes drive from the Lekki, from the Dangote Lekki Free Trade Zone Express Road. It is very close. This land is strategically located. It is a land that, as a smart investor, you have to buy. And I mean, when you're buying properties like this, don't buy a plot. Be like Ufon Echo's dad, who bought multiple plots. And when he began to sell, she said he sold a portion for over $1 million. I mean, you can imagine. Imagine her saying, "Oh, if I don't want to work, then we shouldn't be working." Because why? Her father bought multiple plots, not acres now. He bought hectares. I mean, taking advantage of the opportunities that is presenting itself as a platter of gold to you out there. I mean, it is not something that, you know, one should just take lightly, especially when we see all the indices. We have monumental infrastructures, the Dangote Refinery, the Lekki Deep Sea Port. You can imagine how many years the Apapa Port has been there, Tinkan Port has been there. It is generating funds for the federal government. I mean, so as a smart investor, you need to position yourself right here and buy into Penfield Estate. We're selling residential plots and commercial plots. The residential plots is 16 million naira for 600 square meters, all inclusive, but we're currently running a promo on the residential plot. It's 20% promo on the commercial plot. So instead of 16 million, you'll be paying 12.8 million naira for the residential plot. The commercial plots, there's no promo on the commercial plot. The commercial plot still remains 30 million for 1,000 square meter, all inclusive. 30 million for 1,000 square meter with an initial deposit of 2 million naira. You could either lock down the commercial plot or the residential plot. We have a long payment plan up to 18 months. I mean, This is not some. I know what the going rate of plot of land are selling around the Ekpe axis. You know, what we have in the Ekpe axis is the airport. Here we have the deep sea port. This is business. This is business. People who are ready to make money in the long run, they should be the one, you know, acquiring acres of land right here in Penfield Estate. So this estate is covered with a C of O. Okay, so it's free from any form of government encumbrances or omunile issue. It has a government a CFO as its title, and as you can see from, you know, this is, the land is dry. In fact, my car got stuck because I didn't come with the SUV. My car got stuck. This place is sandy. My car got stuck while we come. You see, this is real sand. It's not like it was sandfield. They just cleared. The last time we came, the last video, if you watch that, acres of gold, I couldn't come in here. You could see the, you know, they just cleared. The land is, you know, dry. It's a very good one, and it's something that I would recommend. I know what the going rate of commercial land are selling. So for this, you can get the commercial plot 1,000 square meter for 30 million naira, initial deposit of 2 million, and you have yourself a plot here. For the residential plot, is actually 16 million naira, so we're running an Easter promo for 12.8 million, all inclusive of your survey, inclusive of deed, inclusive of development fee, and you can spread the payment up to 18 months. I mean, you should go for more than an acre. Yes, I said acres of gold, but this is something that you should buy as much as, you know, as many as possible. Okay, because in the long run, you'll be the biggest gainer. They say landlords grow rich in their sleep. Not all landlords grow rich in their sleep. For somebody who buys just a single plot, and when the thing appreciates and it sells, there will be nothing else to sell. So, but when you have multiple plots, you'll be able to, you know, go into a JV. You'll be able to come to the negotiation table when people are talking, oh, I have so amount of land. Okay, let's negotiate on the table, because you have so many, and, you know, you'll be the one calling the shots, because you have multiple plots. So here is an opportunity for you to be a part of the new Apapa. Remember, what if you have acres in Apapa, the current Apapa? What will be your income? What will be your lifestyle? What will be, you know, what would you be like knowing that you have acres of land in the current Apapa, and it is, you know, bringing in resources, income for you daily, weekly, monthly, yearly? You need to ask yourself that question and take the decision right away, and give me a call just right away. All right, so thank you all for watching this video. Please, if you're yet to subscribe to this YouTube channel, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on all our social media platforms. We have the handles on this post, and kindly share this video, because a lot of people, the next 10 years, the next 20 years, you want to say, oh, it was Mr. A that shared this video to me, and I bought into this property, and today you know, I'm getting a whole lot from, you know, buying this property. I've sold some. I have a bonded terminal. I've given it to people who are looking to buy tank farm, and, you know, so on and so forth. All right, thank you all once again. I remember your living in Realto Mercy Gimo. Thank you, and please keep staying safe. Bye.